What's going on?
It's your fault, all of it.
What's my fault? That Lakin didn't come home? Please, give me a break.
What is going on? Does everybody in this house have to yell at everyone else?
You and Lionel Lockridge are sleeping together, aren't you?
What?
Ted?
Or if not, at the very least, you're seeing each other a whole lot.
Are you out of your mind? Where'd you get an idea like this?
Well, apparently I'm the last one to find out. Now, Lakin has been hearing all these kinds of rumors here, and it's getting her very upset, and she is not the only one.
I give you my word of honor. It isn't true.
Of course it isn't true. How could you ever say a thing like that about your own sister?
What does her being my sister have to do with it? Now, just stay out of it, Kelly. Let her defend herself if she can.
I can't. I just don't see why I should.
Lakin and I saw you with him today on the deck of his boat.
Oh, yes, I was there. I was there. I was diving to find out about the treasure and all the other stuff down at the Amanda Lockridge. Lionel's divers picked me up and brought me to his boat and took me back to the harbor. But that's all.
You better be telling the truth.
I'm telling the truth. I wouldn't lie to you.
You know, I want to believe you.
Believe me.
Well, I've got to go see if I can talk to Lakin.
Lakin, hi.
I'd like to speak to Ted.
Well, he's not here. He's out looking for you.
Oh, how long ago did he leave?
Well, like 20 or 30 minutes ago.
Thanks.
Hey, Lakin, wait. Look, I know what you thought you saw at the harbor today. Ted told me. There's nothing happening between your father and me.
Is that all?
Ted told me you were upset.
I still am.
You guys have an imagination. I mean, just because you saw me on the yacht.
Now, what were you doing there? Tell me that at least. I'd like to know.
Why don't you come in? We can talk.
No, I'd like to stay here. I don't plan on staying long.
Well, I was diving to see what I could find about the Amanda Lockridge.
What do you care what's down there?
Your father is going to try to discredit my family with that logbook. The idea was to get down there before he was, to stop him any way I could. The truth be known, your father and I hate each other. You can ask anyone.
My mother?
I would rather you ask your father. Your mother tends to have an overactive imagination.
Well, the three of you were at the cemetery the day of the earthquake.
I went to see my mother's grave, to put flowers on it. Your father just showed up. Your mother, I don't know. Maybe she followed him.
Why should I believe you? If you really were trying to steal my father away, you would say anything.
Lakin, I'm trying to be nice.
Look, I don't care what you do. I love my parents. And I love Ted, and I don't want anything to happen to that.
Look, I wouldn't try to...
Then you just stay away from my father. You just stay away.
Be nice.
I went out for an evening dive. It's a free ocean.
I heard a different story.
Oh, it's amazing how news travels in Santa Barbara, isn't it?
Go on, Cruz. What happened?
Well, what I heard was that your daughter was plucked from the water by the Lockridges and brought to shore forcibly.
What's the difference? No arrests were made.
Was that true, Eden? Why didn't you tell me?
Because it's not as grisly as Cruz is making it sound.
She was diving near the Amanda Lockridge, which in effect means she was trespassing on private property.
Well, Cruz, that ship sunk over 100 years ago. He still can't claim ownership, can he?
Mr. C, he's got the salvage rights. He discovered and marked the wreck. It's just like staking a claim.
Dad, I went down there with experienced divers. Lionel Lockridge has a scheme here. I can feel it.
What I'd like to know is why Lionel didn't press charges. The press would have had a field day.
I don't know. Why don't you ask Lionel? Maybe he didn't feel like it was that important.
Yeah, right. So did you get a good look at the ship?
Yep. Inside and out.
Was there that safe he's been talking about?
Mm-hmm. In the main cabin. It's pretty big, and it's got big chains and locks around it.
Mm-hmm. What about the paintings?
I don't know. There was this door, and presumably behind the door is the airlock where the paintings should be. I think that he can get any of those things and bring them to the surface at any time.
Damn. He's closer than I thought.
Mm-hmm. He could dive at any time, Dad.
Cruz, I want you to keep an eye on him. Report back to me anything that looks suspicious. I want to know everything.
Okay, you got it, Mr. C.
And another thing. I want you to try to locate Peter Flint. Mason's taken him out of the hospital, and no one knows how to find him. I've got a private investigator working on it, but somehow I think that you may be able to work quicker.
I'll do my best.
Good man.
Good man.
Yes, he is. And you'd be real smart to listen to him. And me.
No, No, I don't think so. I take my orders from someone a whole lot smarter.
Now, who could that be? I didn't think the man had been born yet.
It's a woman. Me. Myself. And I hope you brought a pencil, because we have important business to discuss.